I'm gonna give it a second. I know it takes a minute for the YouTube notifications to go out. Hey gamers. As you can tell from the title, I'm not sure if you can hear me over this rousing track. This is Felseal, Arbiter's Mark. It is a tactical RPG on a grid by Successor Studio, and it is fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. I thought now was a good time to stream it since the DLC came out that introduced... One moment. That is just really loud in my head. The sound effects not so much, but I'm gonna turn the music down. Okay. Anywho, yes, new DLC. It introduced some new classes, new modes of play, as well as new unit types, monsters. The class in question is a Blue Mage class, which if you've ever played Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced, which is on GBA, you're probably familiar with them. So now we have idle missions, which we all need nowadays. They're pertinent in most games you play. This one unlocked a Wrangler class. Oh, he's kind of cool looking. He looks exactly like the werewolf, actually. Unlocked a large-scale battle. So yeah, those you can pick up at the guild, which I'll show you now, and take actual out-of-game time to process. So if you wanted to maybe set your characters on some missions, I've already completed 2 regions, and then leave your console, come back later, then they'd unlock some reward points, influence points, new classes. Oh, this unlocks a samurai. That's kind of cool. They require IP, which is a new currency. It's up in the top right under GP, which are guild points. Guild points acts as gold in this world because everything is centered in the guild. The guild is where you can do your missions. It's where you can make, well, towns. You can make your purchases in the shop. Be pleased. I should try and show you my characters. There's a ton of customization. Yes, a Final Fantasy, well, not Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy Tactics market difference between that and your typical JRPG. But there's a ton of customization as far as naming your characters. I will create one just to show you guys the process. And also choosing portraits, colors, job classes, job skills, etc. And I love that about this game. Hey, Niko. So let me go to my menu. You can see these little arrows jumping up under my characters because they have skill points available to them. Skill points are, this is going to be a very explanation heavy stream, and I apologize for that, but I will eventually get to some combat and show you what that's like. So yeah, there are a ton of classes available. They're all unlocked by... Niko, hush! They're all unlocked by unlocking the class above it, so it's a tree system. Let's say you had a white mage. A white mage could become a summoner if you had white mage skills, fencer skills, and something else. I'm quoting from Final Fantasy, not this. There's no summoners, unfortunately. But they're really interesting classes. Mender, peddler, gunner, scoundrel, ranger, assassin, reaver, I don't know what that is. Templar, knight, mercenary, marked, which is specific to this character. She is the protagonist, so I can't change her looks if I wanted to. Gadgeteer, gambler, foulblade, druid. But what I like most, if you look under Kyrie's name, is that you can mix and match classes. So she's a foulblade and a marked right now, marked being her class. You'll notice some of my other characters have an interesting assortment. He's a gunner and a scoundrel. This one's a demon knight and a knight, not as interesting. Plague doctor and anatomist. Scoundrel is a class, yes. Though I don't know, this definitely isn't that. Suikoden, maybe the art style is what's reminding you of that, John. Druid and sorcerer, wizard and mender, Templar and gadgeteer, so deals with spears as well as gadgets. Werewolf peddler, which is kind of weird. It sounds like he goes and sells his wares as a werewolf. Vessel and a wizard. This is my personal favorite character. I named her Silver, a name I frequently use. Mender and a wizard. So you can have someone who uses both offensive and defensive spells in that way. So yeah, they're really cool. Now, as far as abilities go, let me start from the beginning character here. There are a lot of them. Always trust the werewolf peddler. He'll give you the best deal, don't worry. And also rip out your throat, so you're paying a lot more for the goods than you think you are. So here you can see the classes as well as the level. The level is just how many skills I've unlocked in these trees. AP is how much skill points I have. Now, you will always gain AP for the majority of it for the 2 classes you have equipped. So any 2 you have, Fellblade and Marked are the most I'm getting points for. I've almost mastered Fellblade. After you master a class, you get a little star, but also you get a permanent increase in some stat of your character. So it would behoove you to get as many points as you can, even if you have a secondary idle class. So let's learn some skills while I can. She doesn't have a ton of points. Just like I said, I've been keeping her that main Marked, yeah. Fellblade, I'll teach him. Increase accuracy of debuffs. I don't usually go for that, honestly. Now, you don't necessarily have to go in order. Like, I could choose one side of this tree. As long as they're connected, you're good. Sometimes I'll hold off just to unlock a stronger skill. Like, I don't necessarily want Scout, which will reveal traps on the field. This particular class, Ranger, does employ traps, so it's useful to see traps. The AI is very, very smart, and you'll see that in a battle. But increases base value. Yeah, I'll do that. Now, if you unlock enough skills, I'm trying to trigger it, but I don't know who is on the verge of unlocking a class. If you learn enough combinations of skills, you will... There we go. Okay, so I had enough to unlock the Templar class by getting level 4 in Knight and something else. So if I go back to class change, where's the Templar? Templar! So it requires Knight level 4. And that's what unlocked it. So I can just change the class as I wish. There's nothing holding you back from that. There's no point cost to switch. There's no reassignment of equipment. Like, she can continue to use all the stuff that she already had equipped, so I like that. I'm not going to keep her with that class though, because I was trying to master Knight. Or Demon Knight, rather. So that's another class that's specific to her. Alright, Yates. These first 4 characters, by the way, are not ones I designed. They are the story characters, so I really can't change them in any way except to their equipment and their classes. Let's see. This is Virgil. He is currently a druid, which have a wide... Oh, I should have saved for double cast. Damn it. Which have a wide AoE effect. Wizards are good for damage. There we go, mastered it. How many hours have you put in so far, you think? I can tell you actually if I go to save. I am currently 21 hours in. I'll give you a look around the map so you guys can see it. These are all the accessible areas to me right now. I'm not sure, like I said, I'm only 20 hours in, so I'm not sure if it'll continue past the tip of the continent. It probably will, considering, but this is all I've unlocked in 20 hours, so it's a good amount of time to spend with this game. But, yes, where was I? So the new characters are monsters. You can actually recruit monsters. They also have classes, they work the same way. Equipment is a little different in terms of what they can equip, but they do have classes which are really just recolors of what they already are, but they're a nice option to have. Let me continue my... Oops, wrong one. Abilities. Continue my unlocking spree. I'm almost done, don't worry. Okay, Mender, heal. I'd like Blessed one. I'll leave you alone for now. Scoundrel. 30 hits, deal buffs. Arterial cart does damage and bleed. Status effects are very useful. Okay, so level 4 in Scoundrel, unlock the Ranger class. Done with that. Vane is a Fellblade. Evade magic. This means your character will always evade spells. Ooh, that could be useful, that could be awful, because I could try to heal a character and it won't register because this particular character evades all spells. So you gotta think about that when you're creating your repertoire. Let me show you the set abilities because it's fabulous. So to the left, most column, from class, these are the skills that are learned from their equipped classes. So these will, as you unlock them, they'll automatically be equipped. Hence they're grayed out. I can't change them in any way. These particular ones come from the Mender class. And then for the custom, you can choose whatever you'd like. This first one is the abilities column, so any of the abilities from any of the other classes that I've learned. Like I said, a ton of customization available. Then under it, we have passive skills and a counter. Now the difference between passive and counter. Counters will only activate once you are attacked, and it will sling back an attack at someone. Let's say this one is evade magic, so every spell, like I mentioned before, will be dodged. That means good, that means bad. A couple of other ones, wrong one, thorns. Thorns is like a shell that develops on your character, so every character after the first one that attacked you will get damage from these thorns. Just think of a cactus. And then the two passive abilities, these are stuff like no flank, which means that you can't take more damage. Of course, in a strategy RPG, facing is important. If you attack a character from the back, you'll do more damage, as opposed to attacking from the front. So no flank means that the game treats all attacks as though they're coming from the front. Smart casting, I love smart casting. I wish it had been in every single tactics RPG ever. It means that your attacks won't hit an ally unit, and your healing spells will not hit an enemy unit. It is the smartest. Why don't more people do this? Any hoodaloodles. Think that about crafting. There's also crafting, because, you know, Dawn can't do without crafting. Balancing watching this and cooking. Because I always have to comment on the art style. I like it immediately. Me too, Grim, me too. That's what drew me to this. Actually, this was another game that I kickstarted couple years ago. I couldn't tell the exact date, and one of the things that got me was the art style, because it was very reminiscent of the Final Fantasy Tactics Advance that I played way long in the day. Yeah, a bit of background about me. I started at Final Fantasy Tactics Advance on the Game Boy Advance. Played maybe 3 times through the main campaign, so that's a total of like almost 1,000 hours. I played War of the Lions, Final Fantasy Tactics, the original one, well, the remake that was on PSP. What other games play like this? Final Fantasy Tactics A2, which was not as good as Advance, but it scratched an itch for a while. So this game, Fell Seal, is like the Final Fantasy Tactics that you're used to. It's challenging, the enemy AI is smart, they'll heal themselves when they need to, they'll use other items for buffs, debuffs, they will target your weakest, they will slaughter it like a lamb, so you absolutely have to play carefully. Anywho, back to crafting. Crafting items, this game handles items a little differently. They have a limited number. So let's say you have 4 potions, you will always have 4 potions until you craft another potion. But they always refresh at the end of combat, so you don't have to buy any items. I can't currently craft any items, but these are the ones available to me right now. Rock, believe it or not, very useful. If you craft up rocks, you don't get more rocks necessarily, but it does do more power. Potions, you'll gain more uses, as well as level up how much it heals you. There are gadgets which are equipped in... Have you ever played the Wreck-It of Aragast war games? Yes and no. I played it on PS3 a long time ago, back in the day when I used to have Gamefly, so it wasn't a great first experience and I returned it. So, I know of it. I think I own it somewhere. But yeah, these are all the recipes available to me, and as soon as you have one available, you just hit X and you craft it. Bump. And then you can equip it to your units. So, with that, let's do some combat. I'm not going to do the large scale fight. I haven't done one yet, so I'm not sure what to expect. I do have a story fight I'm coming up on at the old bazaar. You know Grim is making meatballs. That's what Swedes do. Let me save. Even though I haven't done all that. I am playing on veteran because I hate myself, so you may hear me use words that are not befitting to a lady. Shit's hard. No voice acting, unfortunately. Oh, and while we're on the subject of video games, I did eventually get the little guy. Yay! He's so cute! I have been playing Void Terrarium, not as much as I should, but I did finish a review on it, so expect that to be posted soonish? He's a good ass size too. He's the same damn size as my head. It's like from here to here. So yeah, definitely some Final Fantasy Tactics, advanced at least, vibes from these little cutscenes. Whether or not they're voice acted, I love how detailed the character portraits are. And I will make a character after this, I haven't forgotten. Also important, I'm not going to explain what's going on here, don't want to ruin the story. You can use the terrain to your advantage. Characters can't swim unless they're equipped with an item that allows them to swim. So if you knock a character into the water, it's an automatic death. So keep that in mind when you're positioning. And you know who can swim and who can't. There's a little flipper icon next to their names. So there goes one of my best units, unfortunately. Which is why you shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. I am going to look at the field because I've been tricked a few times by this map. This guy here, all I have to do is kill him. And for whatever reason, his stupid skill changes every time. Let's see, debuff and immunity. Fleet of foot. Exploit weakness. His counter is renew, which means he'll cast a spell on himself that grants regen. Okay, that's not so bad. Past couple times, like, I've put a bunch of warriors on this side, and then for whatever reason, his skill was immediately, oh, I take no damage from physical attacks. And then, so I went back and changed up strategy, and I put mages here, and guess what? He was, totally invulnerable to magic, so that was a good time all around, let me tell ya. Put a healer over here, and I'll use my werewolf peddler, because he's the most interesting looking character there is. Why is it letting me move my character? Oh. No? That's not all my units, why isn't it letting me move? Oh, that was weird. Okay, it was frozen for a second. Then I'll do someone tankier. She's a ranger. I do need range. And Anodyne, she's good. Okie dokie. Let's do it. You'll notice that the enemies, they pull from a pool of random names, so some of the enemies will have the exact same name. Some of the names, and you can tell which ones, have been suggested by backers. So, like, I don't know if you saw Sonico earlier, like Super Sonico. Where's she? So you'll see a lot of the same names. Yeah, Sonico, Star Healer. Alrighty, righty, Nero. So, when in doubt, wait for a bitch to come to you. Because I've made the mistake of being like, hey, I can get the most damage out of just rushing in and trying to get to these guys. No, no, no. No, no, no. Like Mercier, because he knows it's all over if he dies, he will stay his ass right there in that spot until you move closer to him. So you have to deal with all of the crap underneath him. Zareth Yari, that's a new one. Actually, I think Shizuru's also new. And like I said, enemies will use items. So Rock, you've seen that's a shared item between the two of us. He just smacked me with one. I wonder if I can knock you down. Drain soul, MP absorbed. No, I want drain health. Another thing, you don't start out with full MP. You'll see next to my stats there, I have 10 out of 83. There are ways to raise it through using items. There's a particularly helpful spell, passive ability called Mana Font that will regenerate mana for as many tiles as you walk, so I like to have that employed, particularly on my mages. But seeing as I don't have anything, as far as health regen, I'm just gonna do that. No, Virgil takes a ton of mana. But you'll see it does not attack her because I have that spell I mentioned earlier that makes it so that I can't attack an enemy with a healing spell or with a friendly spell, and can't attack friendly with a attack spell. So I try to keep that equipped too. Really makes my life easier. I don't have to think, oh shit, well, is it worth doing this much damage to this person so I can kill this person? Probably not. I should shield her. Actually, I have a healer right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I also like how the spells look. They're definitely different. Some of the higher level ones. That was just a magic one. Oh, good luck with that. This one's a war mage. I want a war mage. You know, like I said, I've fought this fight a couple of times now because I wanted to do it without anyone dying. I've won, of course, but it's not a victory if someone dies, right? That's the mana font, so I took 2 steps. It gave me 2. I can't step anymore, can I? 1, 2, 3. Yep, 3. Okay, so yeah. Just for funsies. So let me heal her. Which means you want to spend as much time pacing as possible. Ugh. And of course she heals her friend. Alright. I wish I had been able to get Amandine over there because she can knock that chick off into the water. Guess I'll have to try for this guy instead. Come on, buddy. Or he'll do it to me. Rude. Thankfully there was a ledge there, otherwise that might have sucked. Alright, I've got to get rid of you guys. Because if I go behind here, I bet you Mercier here is going to make my life miserable. He does have a ranged weapon, right? Yep, crossbow. Alright, so I'm going to clear this before I go running up there. 59. And it inflicts bleed right off the bat. Nice. Scarny, what's up? She is ranged, yes. Okay. I gotta get Amandine back up there to smack him. Yeah, like I said, he's just gonna hole himself up there. That is not a legitimate strategy. War of attrition. I guess it is. But still super annoying. Focused rage. How much damage can I do? 130. I'm sorry, I'll let you read that. Focused Rage makes it so that you use all of the MP you currently have to inflict more damage, and it is a great skill to have. That doesn't do more damage, damn. Particularly if you want to take care of some people. Now, if I hit him, what are the chances of his friend healing him? Whose turn is next? Whose face is this? This one goes before I can shoot him again. But he's got the high ground though. He does have the high ground, which wins 100% of battles. I know I've said that to you before. Grim, why must you use my words against me? Why you gotta be like that? So varied action each turn determines the amount of experience the character gets at the end of turn. No, it depends on your level in comparison to the enemy's level and a few other factors I haven't yet figured out, but it's your typical... Oh, I can kill him. Wait, what? Also damage the character by 1/4? That's fine. Slam! Okay, 1 down. Also depends on how much damage you do, so notice she got 21 experience there because she murdered him. Murdered him good. I'm not too much higher level than them. They're 16 to 17, I'm 18-ish. Kyrie is, of course, a higher level because she's required to take part in almost every battle. Ooh, can I push you? No. Damn. I have no pushing skills on her, I don't know why that is. Serious. As I said, oh, attacking from behind gets you a greater chance of hitting. Not today. Oh, he's silenced. Great. Alright, in which case I'm just gonna throw a rock at you. It's the oldest strategy in the book, and it works. Sticks and stones may break my bones. Or their bones, really. Now this bitch is gonna come down here and... oh. Oof. War mages hurt. I mean, it's right in the name, but... he's dead. There's no way. Oh wait, nope, healer next turn. Yeah. Okay, we're fine, everything's fine. My famous last words, we're fine. Everything's fine. It really shall be. She also, you notice she got healed there, she also has a skill, a passive skill, if I can find it, called Blessed One. So when she heals others, she gets healed too, which is beautiful. So a lot of utility skills in this game. Can't go wrong with the good old rock to the face strat. It's a legitimate strat, Grim. Don't question me. I'd really like to push this person off into the water. Just for the purpose— oh, now you get a crit. Just for the purpose of showing you. I got a jammy fruit! But alas, it doesn't seem it's going to work out that way. Okay, good. So, no one over here. We can push this way. I really gotta heal Amandine. She's not doing great. Survival, what do I have? Rooting shot? I can keep you here. Oh, 0% chance of that working. Okay, well, I tried. I did. Just regular old attack then. This girl has been a thorn in my side, just healing. And there he goes again. Just standing there and buffing himself. You notice he has a whole line of buffs. On average, about how long does battle take? The main story battles tend to take longer than the side battles. So, main story battle, anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes, probably, depending on the objective. Of course, some objectives vary. This one's just to kill one guy. Some of them ask you to kill everyone on the field. The ones, of course, that require you to kill everyone take a little bit more time and finesse. And it also depends on your difficulty level. As far as the side battles go, which are just for experience and maybe picking up items, about half an hour. I don't see them taking much longer than that, usually. Use Wrathful Beam. Can I attack you, or are you too— Now, when the terrain is so varied like this, you'll see 6 height and this is 10 height. Of course, an attack that'll form a single line beam isn't going to do you much good. Now this guy has a Thorns ability that I showed you guys earlier, so now he has a Thorn buff. If I hit him again, it'll spit thorns at me. Virgil. Virgil, 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 Virgil. I want to heal him. What turn is Lana in? It's not worth it. I'm not gonna let him sit here and then that bitch is gonna turn around and just knife me. Well, spell me anyway. Yeah, that bitch. I need a War Mage. They've got a good amount of range there. AoE. They are going for the werewolf, man. Let's see. I can heal him and Virgil. Not by much, but... And look at that! The glorious heal doesn't hit the enemy! To the day I die, I'll be forever impressed with that. Like, again, why don't more developers do that? Because they like to make our lives miserable. Ooh, I gotta kill her. Damn it. Well, I tried. I really did. It's one death. Oh, thee well. I do— oh, wrong person. I was about to say, I do a significantly less amount of damage to the same person. No, it's you. And you healed yourself. Oh, goody. Alright, I want him to come down here, but I don't want to get close enough so that all 3 of these can hit me. You mentioned you're on a higher difficulty. Is the highest, or like a game with a higher difficulty in Hard Insane? I don't remember if there's a difficulty above Veteran, honestly. I believe there is, and there's also custom difficulties where you can turn certain aspects on and off, kind of like modifiers. So let's say, for whatever reason, you want an enemy to do like 150 times more attack than they usually do, because you hate yourself, then you can do that. Or something like that. I'll take a look at that after this as well. Or actually... nope. Can't do it from here. I kind of want to load back to... because it auto-saves pretty frequently before he fell, but it's not worth it. When enemies fall, you don't lose them forever, it's not Fire Emblem, but they gain an injury, so for the next, like, 3 battles or so, they're utterly useless. They do a significantly less amount of damage, and they have, less health. So, I prefer not to lose units, but if I have to, I have to. It is what it is. I.e., I've given up. There's gotta be a way I can kill this guy, like one hit. Or at least get my health back. That does significantly less, though. It is what it is. I need that health. I need to kill this war mage. He is ripping through me. 55. Or she? I don't know. Virgil, can you? No. Fuck. I have one more turn for the stupid ass. What to do, what to do, what to do, what to do. Oh, that heals him. Okay, well. Guess I'll just wait this one out and heal her. Yeah. It makes no sense to use an item to turn around because, I mean, one more turn anyway. It's not like I can attack after using an item, unfortunately. There, see, mute. Alas. Or it could happen again. Oh no. Ha. That's a bit of luck, thank goodness. Alright, so I'm gonna kill this guy before they heal him. Sound like a plan? Locust being like a Blizzaga equivalent of a spell, the third stage. That was in fact a whale. That was a critical attack. Wow, she doesn't do a lot of damage for a wizard. You're a wizard, woman. I can't attack you from here, really. Come on, Mercier, I just need to kill you. I just want to talk. I just want to talk. Just come down here, let me shoot you in the other eye. There we go. God damn it. Where are you going? Well, he's down. Hopefully I can jump down there. I'm not sure what Amadine's jump stat looks like, but I guess we're about to find out. Of course he's fast. He's been sitting there bopping himself the entire damn time. I can finally touch him. I'm not gonna heal her. Lana... Lana should be acting soon enough that I don't fuck this up, but I guess we'll see. He doesn't have any weird skills. He's not messing around. Nope, they don't tend to. But like I said, I'm playing on veteran, so I think normal would be a lesser pain in my ass. Nope, can't jump down there. Of course not. Alright, well, I might as well use all of my mana, because I have a ton of it. This guy has a counterattack. Guy? Girl. Sonico, right? That's a girl. Alright, almost dead Virgil. Who's left? This guy up here. No. Who's that with the hat? Oh, the gunner. Crap. So the gunner is going to for sure turn around and murder me. Oh, okay. So this is one of the druid's skills, is it attacks all of the enemies on the field, which is a beautiful thing. You're dead. Cool. So kind of akin to a summon. I'm going to assume it would also attack your teammates if I didn't have that skill. I've never used it without the skill equipped. But that took care of him pretty handily, thank goodness. Alright, so focus my attempts on you, because we are almost done. This is not going to be the cleanest victory, but a victory it shall be. I'm just gonna kill him. Like, there's no sense in healing my people. Just kill him. We'll use thunder. Thunder! Thunder! Zap! Success! There's still 2 people left alive. How dare. So here's our victory screen. It'll tell you how much GP you got, how many influence points, which, like I mentioned, is the brand new currency that you use to activate those missions that are run idly while your console is doing other things. Ability points, they give a total to all the participants of combat. The ones off the map also get a small amount. You'll see the Kairi never falls bonus. It's tiny, but if you don't have your main character die, it's a bonus. Yeah, down there, I have a skill called Vicarious Learning, so they got a little bit more ability points for that, and then the total for all my bench units, they got a measly 96. So Virgil here is the MVP, I'm not sure why. I guess because of that hailstorm attack, and he gets 35% bonus. I'm not going to do the math for you, but there we go, Nero's injured. God damn it. Could have gone better. Could have gone better. It's over. There's nowhere for you to go except hell. Chaka. As you can probably tell, he's been a thorn in my side. Always so cocksure of yourselves, aren't you? You arbiters are all the same. Smoke bomb. Really? It was that easy? Where the hell have you been, Reiner? Don't give chase. But he's going to escape again. Don't worry, he's not going far. Reiner's right behind him. Reiner's following him? We wouldn't need to follow him if he'd let me... Let you what? Don't you find it odd how we captured Mercier not that long ago and he's out there raiding again already? A smidge. He must have escaped the Arbiter who took custody of him. What was his name? Dolman, right? Love how he just casually... Yeah, he just strolled right out of here. Like, smoke bomb. Pa. Okay, bye. That's one possibility, yes, but let's see what Reiner uncovers. I'm sorry, he left at the beginning of this fight to find out some information, so his whole purpose of leaving at the beginning was to wait on the sidelines for this dude to escape? Who dis? This place is a mess. I guess they're rebuilding. And waiting for Reiner to come back. I like the music, I don't know if you guys have been hearing it, but it's really good. It looked like you were arguing with that man. What's it to ya? There's always someone who takes advantage of the misfortune of others, no matter the circumstances. True that. What? But we can't allow that. Are we going to arrest him? Under whose authority? I might find his behavior reprehensible, but we can't just go forcing everyone to do what we think is right at sword point. There would be no justice in that. I disagree. I understand. It seems I still have much to learn. You're doing fine. Keep asking the right questions. You'll be a full arbiter before you know it. I ship. Sylvia would be proud of you, I think. I hope so. But I still think I still have a ways to go before I can measure up to my mother's legacy. I know she was your mentor, but were you and Mother close friends as well? We were. She was an exceptional mentor and a true friend. Rainer should be back soon, I think. Sudden change in direction of conversation. Oh, there's a dog sleeping up on that rug. That's cute. I like how she's like, he should be back soon. Scowls, that took longer than I expected. Like, damn. Grim, it doesn't take much. Mercier is quite the slippery fellow, cautious and difficult to track. It took all my considerable cunning not to be seen. You're full of crap. Look at his face, too. I love his faces. He has the best reactions out of these characters. It is more or less as we expected. Kyrie, though their operation may be even bigger than we thought. Hidden scandal! They've hit other settlements beyond Thesperos and Old Bazaar, and I wager they're not finished yet. That's disquieting. Verily. I tracked Mercier on a local rendezvous point, 2A. In my opinion, we should strike quickly and hard and break up their operation for good. How we handle it is up to you, of course. I don't trust Reiner. Why? 'Cause his face? That's rude. It's very facist of you. There's a little autosave, majigger. Okay, so yeah, there are definitely still more areas that I can journey to. We can keep going to the next temple or take a detour and clear out the bandits for good. If you decide on the latter, I warn you that it will be a challenging fight against a large and well-equipped force. Since when are bandits well-equipped? From what I saw, they seem to be hunkering down for a while, so we'll have time if you wish to return later after you've had a chance to prepare. Hint, 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 hint. Okay, let's mouse over this. Level 15 to 19. What's this? Enemy level question mark, question mark, question mark. Huh. Never seen that icon before. That's cute. I don't want to enter Old Bazaar and get, like, swamped. Let me save. Always save. But, yeah, difficulty settings, what is that under? I think I have to go back to the main screen before I can. Yeah, I saved. Huh. What is it under? Oh. I think it is actually in the same screen where you manage your units, which is a weird place to put it, yeah. Yeah, difficulty settings, okay. Weird place to put it. Yeah, so you can change all sorts of aspects of this if you would like. You can make it a custom thingamadoodle. You can give them less stats. You can... The game will use a randomizing system that's more in the player's favor. How nice. But veteran, yeah, after veteran is hard and very hard. So to answer your question, Dawn, I'm only on the 2nd difficulty. This mode can be fairly difficult and might not be for everyone. You're damn tootin'. And then hard says if you want things to be a little harder. The biggest difference is that it will be harder to outlevel the enemies and they will be a little stronger than you at a comparable level. Yay. And then very hard, this should be a fairly good challenge. Enemies will always scale with your level and will have access to the full complement of items. They might even get them earlier than you if you're levering a lot. Ooh. So yeah, we're not gonna do that. Ah, shit. Does that save? It does. Oh no. Okay, back to default. That's good. Oh, yeah, look at Nero. He's all beat up. So for the next couple of battles, he's just gonna be sad. You'll notice his stats are diminished there. How much I couldn't tell you, I didn't memorize what the numbers were beforehand, but... Oh, there's an event here. How exciting. Let's go to the guild really quick though, and I can show you how to make a character. Finalize it just for funsies. Ooh, I like that dress. Okay, so you can choose a class, any of the ones that you have already unlocked here, so that's fun. I saw the word assassin, and I'm in. There is a ton of customization options. Let me level her up first. I'm currently at 18, she's going to be at 18. Of course, you can only pay enough GP to get them up to your level. It would make no sense if you were level 10 and you made a level 40 character. So there's options for skin tone. Now that you can currently see her face, so I'm going to change the hat. Here's the headwear, and you'll see it reflects on the character. She looks like a posh lady. Little horns, there's plenty of hats, more horns, hats, crazy hair. Kind of suits the dress. You can change the color of that hat. You can equip an accessory and change the color of that accessory. Class outfits, so it'll either, that's the outfit associated with an assassin, or you can give them a completely different outfit, all of which you can see here. Yes, this is in fact a Darkstalkers reference. But she's an assassin. What does an assassin look like? In my mind, someone covered with the blood of their enemies. But also, light armor maybe? I kind of like that. Although the dress makes her look like a lady assassin. Kind of digging it. I'm not a fan of the hair color. Oh, dark purple. It kind of matches the sash on it. Now my biggest problem with this, you can also change the portrait, and the portraits are great, they're fabulous, but like matching, it bothers me if the portrait looks like, I don't know, this, and my character looks like that, and it, and for some of them, yes, it'll look almost exactly, you saw when it started out, it looked very similar to this portrait here, but some of them are almost impossible to recreate, so it just, under my skin. But there are a good number of them, all with their own, that one's actually pretty cute too, all with their own look, their own kind of, like you get the sense that this is definitely a warrior, not a mage, or like this looks like an assassin honestly, with the blades and whatnot. Or she could be some sort of priestess. Anyway, and then you have the ones that the enemies share as well, so these don't necessarily have faces, they're kind of grayed out, but they are a general archetype of the class that you're going for. So they gave you a good amount of options for both male and female. I like the skull. Huh. Actually, it kind of makes sense that an assassin, you don't really know what they look like, and then you see that. So I can go with that. I'm gonna have to change the color now because it's blue for sure. What is this? The dress outfit color blue. Blue. Okay. That I can work with. I don't like my headwear? No. Accessory. Yes. Okay. So then accessory, you have your typical glasses, you've got little orcish horns. There's not a whole ton of them, but they do make a difference. That way if you have, let's say, 20-something characters, you can still have them looking significantly different. I'm going to throw an eye patch on her because why the hell not? There we go, black eye patch. Pretty sure I already have an eye package character, but you can go back and change them as many times as you want, whenever you feel like it. Just not those main characters. So I'm gonna let her keep that name, although it's kind of mage-ish. And just create. And ta-da! She's now part of my growing party. And she's an assassin. So characters, when you first get them, they do have some ability points to them. These are just like the basic classes, Mender and Mercenaries, so they have some skills on them. They're what gets you started as far as unlocking other classes, because then Mender leads to Wizard, Wizard leads to Plague Doctor. Pretty sure more than one person has lost an eye during war games. Well, I mean, I don't like them looking too similar. Like, they give you all of these options. Why not use them, you know? So far I've unlocked a few classes. You see it's pretty easy to do early on. I want thorns. Customization of every is enough to give me a panic attack. Options are everywhere. But options are good, John. Options are good. Smart casting. Always smart casting. If you do get this game, learn smart casting. Use smart casting. Enjoy smart casting. Get your tier unlocked. Let's do blessed one. So when she heals others, she heals herself. I'm gonna go for an assassin healer because that's different. It'll be exciting. So over here, if I set Holy Magic, ta-da! She's an assassin mender. Because, you know, she can stab a man and she can patch him up too. I agree. Definitely moving through menu is so satisfying. Yeah, particularly when you have that many points to start with, of course, as they get along in their in their trees, it takes longer and longer to actually level them up. So I'm going to send away some of my characters. I want a peddler. Can I send Nero, or is he too banged up? Damn, too banged up. I don't have another peddler, do I? Nope. Okay. Now it'll tell you who has a better chance of doing a good job. It'll say the base success rate. There are a couple of things you can do to change the base success rate. If you make some guild upgrades in the region where you're doing quests. This is another thing that's some customization. So I don't know what his problem is. So you can place these little buildings. They don't have any presence in the world of the game, but they do give you additional bonuses. So missions in this region will give you more experience. And you'll see it gains a border from a bonus from the diviner. You get 10 more experience. So if I place the training grounds next to the diviner, then for every mission I did, I'd get 30 more experience. So these are pretty cool. I also don't have a whole ton of IP to spend on them, so I'm not going to. Well, I'll place one just for the sake of funsies. I almost always place the one that gives you a bonus chance of completing. Have 20% higher mission. Yeah, that's the first thing I place. Like, boom. And it's built. So the grid is just to allow you to plan what buildings are going to share a border, because different buildings give each other bonuses. So now, when I go to Zycandia to do a mission, that base success rate should be higher. Please approach him and ask that he keeps your leash. His monster takes someone versed in holy magic in case his creature finds you appetizing. That's cute. So, holy magic. That's great. I've got her. I've got her as a mender, and I need one more mender. Fell, blade, and mender. Perfect. So they'll run off into the sunset, and they'll come back in 44 minutes, 53 seconds. 52:51. So yeah, I can leave this console, come back to it later, and my characters will have gained a little bit more ability points, 100 to be exact. So I really liked the inclusion of this. Like I said, it was added more recently in the DLC that came out. So if you don't have the DLC, of course, the screen won't look familiar to you. You can tell if you have the DLC. It's $12.99 in the store, by the way. You can tell if you have the DLC by that little icon that was lit up on the main screen with the cute little critter. Right over here, bottom left corner, so 1.02 of the DLC. I think it also added new aspects to the New Game Plus, so pretty cool as well. But this is as good a place as any to stop. I think I covered most of what I want to say about Fell Seal. Do I recommend it? Obviously. I've of course not done with the story, so I don't know if it's going to take a hard left turn, but the writing so far is great, the music's great, the sheer amount of customization as far as getting your characters to look the way you want, to act the way you want, is fantastic. Like, for that alone, I could recommend this game. I will give you guys a moment if you have any additional questions while I look at this event here. A reward for your efforts defending the city. Oh, how nice. So is he just gonna hand me something, or do I have to do something for him? And the right sort of reward would aid us in pursuing. Okay, what is your reward? I will not let you leave until you've chosen something, please. Oh. Chosen something. For free? Thanks for the stream. I'll be adding it to my PSN wishlist. Oh! Oh, look how cute! New outfits! Handsome! I like the way that looks on you, Captain. Seagrim, I told you! Shipping it. I have to admit this was a good idea. Oh, she looks happy. Alrighty then, I'll catch you gamers later. Thanks for joining me. Stay in the know.